with Dark Souls 3. And yeah, I don't like the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. I will not pretend to like it. I won't be able to pretend to like it, to be quite honest. But that's just how it goes. We beat the Soul of Cinder, which means now we can also have a look at what kind of reward we get. Little Ludleth is sitting here, can pick up an item. It's the Skull Ring. I will have a look at that in a second. And we can still transpose things. We have the Sunlight Spear, needs 40 faith, which we have. Miracle of Gwyn, the First Lord, hurls a sunlight spear. The tales of Gwyn's archdragon hunts describe the inception of the Age of Fire. And then... isn't there... no. Good. Just take that. Pretty cool miracle. Just a stronger lightning bolt. Much stronger. That is not what I wanted to do. There was the Sekiro button.
How may I be of service?
We now can buy the armor of the Soul of Cinder somewhere. I thought. Where are we at? There it is. The Firelink armor. Does the Lord of Hollow ending change anything outside this shrine, like block out the sun as it was in the cutscene, or was that only for the ending? I think it's only for the ending. We can have a look at it in a second, but I'm pretty sure that's only for the ending.
Ashen One.
Since technically speaking, we're now right before the ending. We got a ring here. Where is it? The skull ring. There. One of Corlan's transposed wonders, derived from the soul of a soul feeder. Easier to be detected by enemies. The soul feeder was a beast that insatiably absorbed souls to feed its own power. Even after its accursed corpse was burned, it is said that the pungent stench of souls left the air permanently stained. So that we found on Ludleth's body. And where do we have the Firelink armor? There it is. Armor of the Soul of Cinder, a deific manifestation of the Lords of Cinder who linked the first flame. It resembles a knight's armor but bears hideous burns and contortions, taking the shape of a deathly ribcage. It exists as a symbol of the great lords and the noble act of linking the fire, though it is no more than an empty husk. Let me see if we can maybe actually wear that as a sign that we made it through. Then I don't need Havel's ring anymore. Can put on this one. Maybe a little bit of a lighter helmet. Maybe. That looks weird. I can barely see anything. That looks better. Filing leggings. Now we almost have the complete filing set, except the gauntlets. We will go with that for now. And I think that wraps it up here. And we can actually... And by the way, now I could start Begin Journey 2, which is just the NG+. As far as I know, there's not much different in NG+. I think there are some stronger rings that you can find, and then the enemies have more HP, and that's about... and give more souls. But that's about it, which is a little bit disappointing. But yeah. Really the... NG Plus is not really worth it. I never played through NG Plus just because of that. It's the same game, just that you are, especially at the beginning, you're overpowered, and later either the enemies are complete stat bags where they have so much HP that it's just ridiculous, or you're still super overpowered. So there's that. But now we return to the Ashes of Ariandel bonfire. I activated that a long time ago when we got here.
Oh no, now.
But I didn't venture in here. It's a pretty tough area, so...
Quick, go along. A sweetly rotting bed to lie upon.
Yeah, that would make sense. I think that is another thing where I would say that Dark Souls 2 did actually a good job. That there the NG Plus actually had some additional content. There were new enemies that were just available in NG Plus. So now we have here, and this area is full of gang situations where the enemies just surround you, attack you in bunches. You will see that. But yeah, Dark Souls 2 did a good job in terms of that, at the very least. That they added additional content, additional items, additional NPC invasions. So, and the NG Plus was actually worth it. However, they kind of negated that by giving you bonfire aesthetics, where you can kind of upgrade the bonfires, and these bonfires then, if you use a bonfire aesthetic, the area that belongs to this bonfire was in NG Plus, which means you would get the NG Plus encounters, or NG Plus enemies, NG Plus drops, NG Plus strength of the enemies. So you could manually upgrade certain spots, which then a lot of people did. So you didn't really have to go through NG Plus then 2. So I don't know why they did both. Look at this tree. Why they did both. I feel either mechanic is good, that you can manually upgrade the bonfire to NG Plus for farming reasons, for experiencing extra content. For example, you could upgrade the bonfire aesthetic for a boss that you're really good at, and then you can fight the boss again, which was great. But then again, it was also I have to focus a little bit, but at the same time, with the mechanic that the NG Plus had extra content, it kind of robbed from the fact that they added that extra content, because now you wouldn't play through NG Plus either, because why would you if you can just upgrade the bonfires that you needed to upgrade? Hey Sid, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, that's kind of weird, making certain areas NG Plus without needing to be an NG Plus kind of makes the idea of going through the whole thing a little point. Yeah, it made that point is, again, I like the idea of being able to upgrade certain areas to NG Plus, so you can fight a boss a second time, so you can get, for example, here you could then upgrade the bonfire, you would fight the boss in NG Plus mode, and then you would have the boss soul twice, which means you could get both weapons transposed. So for these reasons, I like that. However, if you add additional content to NG Plus, then you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, in my opinion. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Sid. So that is a surprising drop. And now we have the second gank situation. I really don't like this DLC because you are constantly in a situation where you fight multiple enemies that attack you at the same time. It reminds me of everything that I didn't like about Dark Souls 2. The design is kind of, I would say, standard. Not very. I mean, it's nice to have a snow area, but other than that, I don't know. I never really liked this too much, but maybe I also know a lot of people liked it, so maybe it's just me. It's hard to believe, but sometimes I can be a little bit grouchy and picky with my games. But you see that these wolves do so much damage. Then you get shot at by homing ranged attacks. Oh. See? See, that is what I meant. You're surrounded by a lot of smaller enemies. Then you have enemies that shoot at you from a distance with homing attacks. And the homing range is super long. So I don't know. I feel like in those moments, the Soul series is always at its worst. It's good when you fight one-on-one or in small groups, because the combat gives you the feeling of an even fight, fair fight. But in these large groups, it turns around into the exact opposite. And here, these enemies actually have a lore reason why they do that. If you drop their set, it tells they are hunting hollows, and that is their hunting technique. Like wolves, they're connected to the Abyss Watchers, and it has lore reasons why they hunt in groups and why they ambush you. Oh, we can actually read it. Let's see, which I like. So that. I'm okay with that at the very least, but other than that, I don't know. When a warrior of Farron fell to the abyss, the tall, lean followers with their hollowed eyes quietly appeared in groups to hunt them down. Farron and its watchers fell to ruin, but the followers survived as a wandering pack of hollows. Still better than Reindeer Valley and Dark Souls 2, though. Yeah, that's for sure. Large groups feel more like it's trying to be a hack and slash game like Devil May Cry, which is in the spirit of Dark Souls, and just also not possible with the controls. Yeah, I would agree with that, Sid. I'm just not very used to fighting without lock on, and for the most part I just get confused. But I agree. Very large enemies in tight spaces, and if you fight in groups, it's always better to now. So they howl, and look at the range on the homing things. It is insane. They howl. Look at that. I hate homing things, and that, I don't know. I hate it. I hate it. Not a big fan. Just want to lure them away. Oh yeah. There are more? And I mean, fighting a pack of wolves like a pack of wolves would hunt, I think is fine, but why does it have to be so many? I get the point after a while. But okay. Now we have Big Wolf McGee up there. Yeah, that is pretty realistic. I think if they would just do one pack of wolves or 4, that would be fine. But why have like 10 wolves here? Now I have big wolf and small wolf. Then if you don't pay attention, you have like homing trees that shoot homing arrows at you.
You really are fond of chatting with me, aren't you?
Ah! Sovereign! Hey!
You got this Akko. Nice work.
I hope so. How are you doing, elusive? Okay. I blocked that? Apparently not. I hate this DLC already again. Disappears. Oh, and thank you, Sid, for continuing the gifted sub from Mademoiselle Danielle. You're doing fine. That is good to hear. Happy to hear that. I beat the wolf, beat the doggo, killed the doggo. I'm sorry for doggo killing, but it had to be done. The bad boy was not a good boy. Hello, Fermald. How are you doing? Hope you have a good start into your week. As I make my way through here, and then we have another gang squad. I got stuck there, so that is nice. And something is behind me. No, I just got stuck. Nice. Oh, and someone's throwing at me, and the tree is moving, and another tree is moving, and another tree is moving. Can we please not do that? Oh, come on. What's he doing? He just ran through me. What's that? Now I get followed by trees. So again, you fight like 5 enemies, ranged, short, range, melee, everything. These have grab attacks. I won't even kill them. I will just try to avoid them. Not the trees! follower javelin. I will have a read about that in a second. There. Thought I heard something. Where is the javelin? Light spear wielded by the Farron followers, balanced to allow for throwing. The followers attack a group surrounding foes, shielding themselves and thrusting their spears at their foes. On a final command, they hurl their spears at their fallen foe to give the retired warrior an honorable send-off. So there is a lot of reason why they attack like that. I just feel like the whole magic tree and wolf thing is necessary. Hey, Jalian! Sexy, those trees. You think? I mean that's a different kind of morning wood, I would assume. The roots are showing. Instead of carrying on the typical difficulty of the rest of the game into the DLC, they were like, you want a real chance now? Here, everything now has friends. Yeah, and that is something that bothered me about Dark Souls 2, that yeah, Dark Souls 2 was tough, but in a lot of time the toughness was because the game put you in unfair situation. Like again, we are followed by wolves, we have moving trees that are not nice. They all bark, no bite. You can drop down here at some point. We will do that. For the most part, I mean, there are some things that I don't like about that DLC too, but for the most part, it is, at least in my humble opinion, better balanced, and the balance is just right. Okay, there we are. Sit down, have a rest. I have a bonfire. And also this this DLC kinda... It is fairly short if you don't fight every single of these enemies. And if you know where to go, it's pretty short, whereas the Ring City has a little more content. What stunned me there? Some flies. Then we have frozen weapon sorcery. I mean, you're new here, so no subterfuges. What is the link about? Tell us first what the link is about and say hi. How are you doing? That would be a good start. Let's read the item description of Frozen Weapon. One of the spells left behind by the young sorcerer Sullivan before leaving the painted world. Imbues right-hand weapon with frost. Sullivan was born and raised inside the painting, yet had little use for his frigid homeland since he had not yet experienced loss. So, there we get the information that Sullivan, the nice guy that you are fighting, Insanity, is actually from here, from this place. Isn't that nice? That is where he originated. What is the link about first? I mean, thanks for asking first. That is very nice, but would be good if you first tell us what the link is about and maybe say hi. I'm doing pretty well, Valblood. How are you doing? Maybe it's a prince emailing you, Jalian. SpongeBob and funny things after. Nah, let's pass on that. I think maybe if I do time travel back to the when I was 8, then I would do it, but I'll pass on SpongeBob today. Zora Dragon, Crafty Raid. Hello, Crafty Mod. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. All the mods. How are you all? How was your stream? You played Slime Rancher, is it called? Am I correct there? Well, I can't. Hey, Alcastra. How are you doing today? Party of 5. Join. We have a party here as well. We have now a bigger party with mutts and pandas and acolytes. How are you doing, Dr. Drang? Can be spooked. Nice. Is that a new emote? Did they unlock the newest emote slot? Crafty, or is it just because they said that they every somewhere this month the next emote slot should be unlocked, but I'm not sure when and how. Just reached slot 3. Okay. I thought maybe they unlocked the 4th one already, because last month they did it without any further announcement either. It was just bloop. Hey, you can now have 3-1. And let's do it. Yeah, something. Yeah, I think some the last couple of months it was always like around mid-month or so. Pretty good today. That's good to hear, Valblood. Thank you. Here we find a holo gem. Then we have this.
Well, well.
Well, well.
You're Lady Uria's Lord of Hollows.
That's true.
No bell tolls. And yet, you've slipped into the painting. Oh, no matter. If you've lost your way...
He has a good voice, yeah, I agree.
Now, go on inside, show respect, and listen carefully.
So this little dialogue was actually, you only get that if you do the Lord of Hollows quest. You know that voice from Hellblade, the father. Oh really? I haven't played Hellblade yet, but it's another game that I definitely want to play at some point. That's interesting though. You could do that voice? Maybe you are Wilhelm.
Go on.
Maybe you're Wilblot.
Show respect.
I thought about that.
And let Lady Frida speak to you.
Okay. Valhelm or Valhelm, that is also possible, Crafty. The voice actor for Patches narrates cartoons for little kids in the UK. Oh boy, those poor kids. They all get kicked down some kind of abyss or ledge. Verbally speaking, probably. That must be so weird if you're a kid, you grow up listening to that voice, and then years later you play Dark Souls and you say, oh, that is very familiar voice, and you connect that voice automatically with something from your childhood and something nice, and then he kicks you down somewhere. Wow, what a betrayal. So here we have another bonfire. We have paintings here, lots of them. And we have her.
Welcome to the painted world of Ariandel.
The trust was
I
real,
am
yeah.
Frida. I have long stood beside our blessed Father and the rest of the forlorn. But forlorn thou seemeth not, Lord of Hollows. I know not the missteps which led thee to this painted world, but thy duty is all, and thy duty
It's not Layer of
lieth
Fear.
elsewhere.
Maybe, I hope.
Return from
wouldn't do
whence
anything
thou
spoopy.
camest. I presume it visible
I agree,
to thee?
Sovereign.
The bonfire here in this room. A meek and faded thing, but 'twill guide thee nonetheless.
So she basically tells us some very kind words to fuck off.
Ah, yes. There is a thing thou shouldst by rights possess. A remembrance of this cold world for the great Lord of Londor. May it help thee bear thy duty.
The Chillbite ring. So because we are the Lord of Hollows and the Lord of Londor, she gives us that. And she is actually the sister of Yuria. One of the 3 sisters who founded the Church of Londor. I posted a link to a cartoon with patches in the Dark Souls 3 channel on Discord. Oh nice, thank you. I will have a look at that later.
Now, return from whence thou camest. Thou'st a place in that world, and that alone is cause to rejoice. Now, thou'st a place.
Okay. She wants us to go. But not yet. We just arrived. Look at this, though. Isn't that fascinating? Someone is painting here. Why leave when we can rob from her? Exactly. That is what I always say to my brother when we are visiting our grandparents for Christmas and they want us to leave. Hey!
Lady Frida has spoken, has she not? Then tarry no longer and be gone. Carry on. For Lady Yuria and for Londor. There is one thing you should know. Inside the cold painting, curiosity could be your cross. Stray from the withering flame, and the snow will swallow you whole.
Oh, wow.
There is one thing you should know.
Okay. That's all that he says. Get rid of them. This trick we know. Ah, interesting, Barbara. His voice sounds familiar from another game too, whether it's actually him or just familiar, I'm not sure. Yeah, Jaylee said that she recognized the voice from Hellblade. Or do you mean another game, a third game? I mean, he probably has done more than 2 games. I will say the voice sounds familiar to me as well. And I haven't played Hellblade, so I'm just not sure. The third game, yeah. So this is a little bit of a secret area. You have to let down the bridge. Usually I just let down my parents, so I'm familiar to the practices. Someone is shooting at me. Exactly. Sorry. Ember. Oh. What? Oh, it's close. Who was that? Oh, is there a guy? Yeah, a second. Oh, there he is. Can we come down here or no? These explode the arrows or erupt. That's another game, yeah. Okay, I better not look him up, otherwise I get jealous as well. Thank you for sacrificing yourself, Sid. That's very kind of you. Best thing here really is to run down. Now we have the those are the Millwood Knights. Very strong enemies. Not good at parties, but they do like Jägermeister merchandise, as you can see by the helmet. Hello, Mademoiselle Danielle. How are you doing? Ooh. Okay, now we're down here in the icy grotto, whatever that is. The icy grounds. Haha, Rectal. And another bonfire. So now we have a big crab there, and I can tell you it is not worth killing the crabs. They drop nothing good. It takes a long time. They are pretty strong. Now there's this here. I'll go into the other direction first. It is pretty. It is a pretty. I mean, visually this DLC is nice, but gameplay-wise not. Now, why did I say crabs? Because there's a second crab coming from the ground. See, even when I want to run past it, it's tough. Whoa. No. There's this tree. I like my crabs, yes. I watched Fatty Video's video about this area the other day. He literally killed the crabs to show it's not worth killing them. Yeah, I watched it recently as well, and had a good laugh at that, because, I mean, obviously everyone tries to kill them to find out if there's something worth about it, but there really isn't. Beautiful innocent tree. No, the tree is trying to kill me. That's not beautiful and innocent. We do have a big tree here though. Ugh. Oh, it's really hard to tell what the reach is. Down she is. And then we have this. Snap freeze. Where's that now? Snap freeze. One of the spells left behind by the young sorcerer Sullivan before leaving the painted world creates a cloud of near-freezing mist. Sullivan was born and raised inside the painting, yet had little use for his frigid homeland since he had not yet experienced loss. There's a good chance that this here is actually Sullivan's mother. Only speculation. True, said, yeah. The BDSM trees. And when you kill that tree, this long ladder, the longest ladder in all of Dark Souls 3, comes down. Makes perfect sense, yeah. Hey, Squidge in here, how are you doing? Hope you had a good start into your week. No, it's plastic leather. It's just with wood looks. No, I didn't made her into leather. Also, making someone into a leather would really be a step up. Time for silence. And another ladder. If your favorite thing about Dark Souls games are ladders, this DLC is perfect for you. True, Sid. Didn't turn her into a ladder. So you can pretty... Now here you find another Titanite slab. And this one is pretty easy to find. You can pretty much run through the entire area. Kill the tree with all kinds of magic or range attacks. Maybe with a bow. Cheese the tree. And boom, you have a free Titanite slab. So you may want to do that. There's a fly. I was able to fast climb. I just didn't want to. I'm pretty sure I can fast climb in DL3, right? Just wanted to take my time. Jeez. What is it with society and always being in hectic? There's actually, I think, where it continues, but there's a ladder. Another ladder, more ladders. Now we only need snakes. See? Can be a little bit quicker. A little bit. Mass Effect elevators, good times, yeah. There we are back at this bonfire. Not enough snakes? Oh, that's true. Now, before I continue here, I want to continue this way because I haven't explored an additional path here. A path that is huge pain, but okay. Hums whistles the ME1 elevator music now, yeah. Good times. Elevator music in Mass Effect 1 was great. And I also like that they reference that, I think, in Mass Effect 3. Tali and Garrus talk about the times when they were in the elevator and had the chats. Pretty funny. I will just ignore all the doggos here. Because I would never kill doggos. Just want to make... Just trees. You can roll into them, by the way, to stagger them a little bit. Oh, for sure, yeah. Okay, so here, they don't continue here, the enemies, so it's fine. Now we have more of those Millwood Knights. They are pretty strong, so be careful. You might kill me. Definitely want to get those baggy backstabs. Okay. Yeah, they do look really cool. Hey! You're not supposed to come here. I didn't kill a doggo, it was a wolf. We wouldn't have created two different names if it wouldn't be for two different things, right? No, wolves are not doggos, doggos are wolves. That's what about. Now here you kind of want to run through, because there are a few enemies out there and one guy is shooting at you. Oh. He saw me before I saw him. I fell down. Wait a second, buddy. I'm coming back up. It's fine. He's a big boy. I can't see your butthole, which is why I can't backstab you. Remember that old song? Beautiful, right? Oh, whoa. That was some bullshit. Great traditional ballad, yeah. My grandma always used to sing that in the kitchen when she was making vanilla pudding. And another letter, in case you missed that. Hey! Oh, come on. Uh-oh, that is... Ooh, that was lucky. As if I would have fallen down entirely, probably would have been dead. I will read the description of the shield too. Oh, come on. Ooh. I can't see you. Come on, fall down. Oh, come on. Oh, I thought I could kill him. I did kill him. And we got a heavy gem. I can read the description of the shield arena. Does Tears of Denial save you from falling death? Ooh, it can, but it depends on the height. But I'm not entirely sure about that. I like how you stab them in the back and then kick them to the floor for good measure. Yeah, adding insult to injury. Exactly, Zara. There we have the ethereal oak shield. Char bronze shield used by Millwood Knights that slowly regenerates HP. This shield appears to be blessed by a great, if faded, image of the ethereal oak. Okay, now we have a few things here. Wasn't there also... Yeah, there's also a crystal lizard. A little lizard. There you go. Just want to check if I missed something there. I feel like I already took care of most of the DLC. And I kind of did, to be honest. There's the Millwood Battle Axe. A decent axe. There, battle axe wielded by Millwood Knights. Its blade is blessed by the symbol of the ethereal oak. A hefty axe normally wielded by the mightiest of warriors. Yeah, I felt like in Bloodborne it was a little more useful, but I can totally see that being good. Yeah, you learn very quickly in the Souls games to not be greedy, and still you are sometimes, and then you are very quickly reminded on why you're not supposed to be greedy. And there we have the Captain's Ashes. Umbral Ash of the Captain of the Millwood Knights. With this, the Shrinehand Main will prepare new items. Long ago, when the Millwood Knights lost the forest they called home, they began a journey so long that even thoughts of their sworn enemy washed away, replaced by a vision of a cold and brittle wood. True. A lot of letters. I would say that the letters per minute ratio in this DLC, though, is a little higher. Okay, I think now I've got everything in the tower here. I can make my way down again. No, I'm not jumping. Of course, yeah. Of course, orchestra. And we're at the bottom of the issue again. Then, easy to miss. There's an item back here. And all the rot. A blast gem. I think there are some more items here. What? Where's the dog? Where did the dog go? Oh, he fell down. I didn't kill the dog. Gravity killed the dog. Didn't even hit the dog. Oh, extra letters with microtransaction. Where can I pay? Sounds perfect. Everything I've ever wanted. This is not a pyramid scheme, it's a ladder scheme. Don't bring gravity into this. Homeward bound. That's everything that is here. Very disappointing. Hey! Come on, gravity. There he comes charging. Oh boy. Got him! And he's down. Oh yeah, true. Is it? Yeah, you can get the hammer somewhere. I'm actually not sure where exactly, but you can. Oh, there's another one of these guys. Hey! Maybe he has the hammer even. Can't see anything. There we go. You wanna wait until he does a reveal combo? And it's important to take out the archer first, because he is otherwise shooting at you these explosive arrows the entire time, which is a bit of a mess. And another situation where you then fight multiple enemies and also get shot at by someone with a ranged attack. I don't think it requires that much strength. It's fairly moderate in that regard, but... Oh, those are the trees that shoot, which will be fun. Which is why I kind of... And again... Watch... Oh. And again, melee enemies, ranged enemies, homing, magic enemies. I'm not a big fan. Oh, wow. Like how? It's terrible. Yeah, this is the FU forest. That will not get a good... Yeah, well, he just appeared. Bye. I'm just clearing this area for completionist sake. And I will never return again. I hate it! Big X McGee. Look at him! Look at him! I hate you, you tree. You're a tree. You hear that? Your damn tree. Yeah, sure. Orchestra. That's what I meant. Was I may have said that a little unclear. Tree has a booty. Yeah, you're stuck in the landscape and still almost kill me. God damn it. You're stuck in the middle with me. Oh, are you dead? 1 out of 10. Where are the dogs? I hear the dogs. Hey, you. Oh, it's a boomhammer guy. Oh boy. Someone's angry. Yeah, they like the enemies in this DLC drop nothing useful. There you get the Millwood Great Bow, and now we have Tree McGee there. I will look at the Great Bow in a second. Yeah, something like that, Squidge in here. Since I don't know how long the homing range is, I think I'm safe here for a second to read the description of the Millwood Great Bow. A great bow crafted with black oak and wielded by Millwood Knights. Only specialized great arrows can be fired from the bow. It is said that the Millwood Knights used these to face their sworn enemy, the Abyss Dragon.
Hello there.
Thank you for the host, Squidge in here. Hey, Kitty Pie, how are you doing? Hope you had a good start into your week. Okay. Now we have this passage. Again, totally useless because there will be a big fight with no reward. It just, yeah, it's this wolf again. You fight him and he gives you, I think, again, 2 large Starlight charms. So you just drop down here. I just walked this way to get the item that was here on the ledge. Maybe he even falls down, I don't know. I'll just ignore him. Ember restored. Pretty good. A little rainy where I am, but I got some mac and cheese and some Skyrim. That sounds pretty good. Not too bad. I feel like as long as you have the ability to kind of snuggle up at home, rainy days and cold days aren't really so bad. You have like some nice hot chocolate, good video game, make yourself comfortable. It's pretty nice. I was at the docks today. I'm on 2 weeks sick leave, and I got pills against depression, so I hope to feel better soon. I hope that you do. Hope that they help. I know that depression medication is always a little bit iffy to find the right medication to help you. So I hope that it works. And take the 2 weeks to rest and recover. Thank you for the host, Orchestra. Okay, we're back here. Let's go back to the Firelink Shrine for a second and give the captain's ashes to the Shrine Handmaiden.
Ah, how
Give Umble ash.
gracious. Passing fine ash thou'st given. Let this ash bestow nourishment.
Hey, it's you, Scholar. How are you doing? Welcome.
Content thee.
So what does that give us again? I'm actually not sure. Oh, it gives us another Titanite slab. So if you pick that up, and you can, in theory, like, what I see a lot of people doing is as soon as you get to the Cathedral of the Deep, that people enter this DLC and just run through the area, and then you can pretty easily pick up, like, I think 2 Titanite slabs, and you can get this one. So you can get some good upgrade material fairly quickly by just running through that area. Then, anything else? Oh, the Millwood armor looks pretty cool. Not terribly useful because it's pretty heavy, but looks nice. I will have a look at that in a second. And that's about it. Yeah.
Ashen one.
Doing good. Front 1/3 has been changed today. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. That feels cheesy. I'll get those slabs legit because I have something to prove to myself. Yeah, I mean, and also in Dark Souls 3, you're really not lacking Titanite slabs. And if you run here early to get them, you probably don't have the Titanite chunks that you would need first anyway. So, and by the time you then have enough chunks to upgrade your weapon so that you would need Titanite slabs, you pretty, by that point you probably already found at least one. How does it work if you finish the game but the Firelink Shrine is still active? It's like a New Game Plus. No, in order to enter New Game Plus, you have to manually enter it in this game. Which they did so you can enter the DLCs without having to play through the game again, and you can finish some NPC quest lines. This is basically right before we link the fire, really. So it takes us a little bit back. I wanted to have a look at the Millwood Knight armor. Where is it? Firelink, Silver Knight, Millwood Knight. There we go. Armor worn by Knights of Millwood. The charbronze breastplate and the thick black cape are adorned with a symbol of the ethereal oak. When the fabled Millwood forest was discovered in was a vacant ruin. The only thing left was the ethereal oak, stood rotting. No corpse were discovered, yet their belongings lay neatly on the ground. So we heard that they ventured out to fight an enemy, but they ventured so far that they even forgot who that enemy was. And another one, I think in the bow description we heard that they are actually trying to kill the Abyss Dragon. And who that is, you could say, is it maybe Colormade from Dark Souls 1? Or is it one of the dragons in the Dark Souls 2? The what is it? The dragon in the one Dark Souls 2 DLC. The Slumbering Dragon. No, it is neither. It's a dragon in the Ring City DLC. When you go out to fight an enemy, don't forget what that enemy is. That is usually a pretty good advice. I agree. Okay, well, I think I have everything that I need. How much do I need to level up? I mean, I may be able to get that with selling souls. Nah, not really. Not quite.
Ashen one.
That's fine. I don't care. I think it's the Pickle Pea Dragon. That's a bold claim. That's a bold claim. Okay, we can go down to the depth of the painting. Never see its face. It's probably an epic dragon. Maybe. Pickle Pea Pumperum, the two-headed dragon. Don't spoil the DLC, Sid, please. That's not nice. Okay. So we're back here. There's the crab. This is where we have to go. Want to get rid of the wolves first. Oh, come on. I hate... Did I mention in any of my streams that I hate minion boss fights? Because I do. Hey. Missed all of my shots. You can beat the guy before Big Wolf McGee shows up. Block that! Death counter's not on. I blocked! Does he ignore my shield? What's happening there? Okay, I can't block that apparently. Don't see him. Okay. What? I blocked! The hitbox on him is so weird. There we go. Valor Heart and Champions Bones. The charred but warm bones of a champion burn at the Firelink Shrine bonfire to participate in undead matches. Long ago, an undead declared a fight. A fight to celebrate their death and to preserve what remains of their souls. So it was the undead matches were born. The merit of an undead is measured in death. Could there be a greater gift for such a creature than a fight that has no end? So that is basically an arena mode for Dark Souls. This moves upward a bit. Werewolf, werewolf. And then we have Valor Heart. Weapon once wielded by the champion of the undead match. A special paired set consisting of a broadsword and a lion shield. The champion fought on without rest until he lost his mind. In the end, only his page and a lone wolf stayed at his side. So, yeah, that was a boss fight. Not my favorite one. I know that I seem very unexcited for this DLC, but as I mentioned before, it is just not my favorite. Yes, I will do the tiers, but just wanted to look around here. You can get up there, and for those who played Dark Souls 1, this looks familiar. That is the construct where you fought Scylla. But for now, let's... Don't I have... There. Use. Is here a bonfire? Like, do they require you to use a homeward bone to get out of here? I wonder. I'm not sure. That is why I look around. Another dead wolf. Yeah, it's not really that they're hard from... that is not my issue. I just feel like the first one... Ah, there's the bonfire. The first one... I don't know. I feel like a lot of these areas look kind of very quickly put together. There's not much to them, in my opinion. You don't find too much cool equipment. And the bosses and this one are like... I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of this DLC. The Ring City DLC I enjoyed, for the most part. Exactly, Zora. Yeah, yeah. Thematically, Ring City is really great, and Ring City has some cool moments, and I like the bosses in Ring City more, with the exception of one boss. And there are some annoying things going on there as well, but I feel like everything is a little more intricate. Let's
Ashen one for the link.
Let's level up.
Very well. Then touch take no.
I'll just go into
Ashen one.
vitality at this point. Can sell one of these. That would be enough. Is there anything else here? Maybe from the champion guy? Don't think so, though. No.
Ashen one.
Ashen one for E. Very well. Then take.
Oh, there's another thing that I wanted to do here in Firelake Shrine.
Ashen
I will level up vitality until I'm at level 30. Then we'll see what I do after that. I want to talk to Yura since we met Frida, and Frida talked to us a little bit about Londor.
Our lord and rightful liege, thy scent seemeth most familiar. A sweet fragrance long faded from our own bosoms. My lord, how this came to pass I know not, but take heed. Kindness can wear upon one's principles.
And she is talking about Frida there.
Our lord and liege, I prithee,
Okay.
play the usurper.
Okay. Got that done. Now let's... This is the one. Where we will continue. Sovereign, did I mention that you resubbed? Did I miss you? I'm not sure. Maybe I'm going crazy, but if I have not mentioned it, thank you for the resub. 7 month. I think I was in the middle of the fight. I may have not expressed my gratitude directly, so I'm very sorry. I'm just looking at that and I was like, did I talk about that? But either way, it is much appreciated. Thank you very much. 7 months now. That's a long time. But before I continue here, I think I will take a short break, a little bit earlier than usual. but we're kind of at the halfway point. Well, maybe not halfway point of the DLC, but good into the DLC. We'll see how long I will continue with the DLC today. I'm a little bit tired, so we'll see if I finish it today or if we leave the final boss battle for next week, and just see how it goes. But for now, I will take a very short break, just a couple of minutes getting something to drink. Hope you stick around and stay with me as we will continue with Dark Souls 3 Ashes of Ariandel DLC in just a few minutes. I'll be right back.